Good afternoon, dear children.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
No energy. Good afternoon, dear children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am.
I start new lesson. Fifth lesson from geography.
Ma'am, page number.
Before going to the lesson, I want to ask you some questions. We all are using notebook and textbook, right? It's a part of our life. Notebooks, papers, textbooks, all these are part of our life, right?
Yes.
Then have you ever thought about the history of paper or books?
No.
No.
Yes or no? Louder.
No.
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 Why? Why you didn't think about the story of paper?
Ma'am,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, Lynette. Lynette has some ideas. Ready? Share your ideas, Lynette.
Ma'am, paper first made in China, right?
Yes.
And they found how to make papers
Yes. Then how we are making papers?
from bamboo trees.
From bamboo trees? Yes. Actually, a paper start its life. How would start the life?
From inscriptions.
In inscription.
How is the life of paper? It starts as a life of a tree, right? As a part of a tree.
Yes.
It's a part of tree, right? And tree, it was cut down and transported to mills. Then what happened in the mill? What will happen in the mill? Through some processes will happen in the mill, and those wood pieces converted into wood pulp. Then wood pulp again through some processes change into papers. Okay, mixed with some chemicals and change into papers. Papers again transported to printing mills, and from there they print some lines, letters on a paper and packed well, transported to shops for sale, and we get books, papers from shops, right? And through this story we know one thing, that some processes are happening there, right? In a particular place, some processes are happening in particular places, right? That means manufacturing. So, what is manufacturing? What is manufacturing? We always use the word manufacturing. Manufacturing of this one, manufacturing of steel and iron.
Making.
What else?
Making.
Production. Manufacturing means production.
Production.
Production of products for use or sale. I hope you got the meaning. What is manufacturing, right?
Yes.
Manufacturing is production of product for sale or use. So, where these processes are going on in particular places, we call it as factories, or in this lesson we are going to focus on industries, different types of industries and all. The lesson industries. Fifth lesson industries. Clear? Wait a second. Then industries are considered as secondary activities. Why we call it a secondary activity? Industries are called secondary activity. Why it is called secondary activity?
Secondary activity includes manufacturing.
Yes, when we discuss a lesson agriculture, we learn three activities like primary, secondary and
tertiary.
Tertiary activity. Primary means extraction of natural resources, right? Secondary activity is
Production.
manufacturing, processing, manufacturing. So industries are secondary activities. Industries come under secondary activity because manufacturing, it is also known as manufacturing activities, production of products, producing things for sale and use. So Secondary activities are also known as manufacturing activities. Industry come under secondary activity. Clear? You should know what is primary, secondary and tertiary activities. Because these three words are important in geography this year. So you must know what is primary activity, secondary activity and tertiary activity. Industries come under secondary activity because it's the manufacturing unit, production unit, right? Then does industries change? 1 second.
Ma'am,
Yes.
and what is the meaning of manufacturing? You said it. Can you repeat?
1 second here, 1 second. What is
Definition of manufacturing.
manufacturing? Manufacturing means production of products for sale or use. Production of products for sale or use. Manufacturing activities. Does manufacturing activity change raw material into finished product? Raw material into finished product. We all know how it is happening, right? How it is happening? Raw materials change to finished product. For example, pulp, paper pulp, converted to paper or books. Cotton is a raw material, right? Cotton converted to clothes, cotton fabrics. Then what is raw material? What is the meaning of raw material? When we have learned the meaning of raw material in lesson agriculture. What is raw material?
And the basic product for a material.
Yeah, very good, Benedict. It's a basic product, right? Raw material is a basic product from which actual product is made, right? For example, cotton. Here, cotton is a raw material from which cotton clothes are made. Pulp is a raw material. Tree pulp is a raw material from which papers and books are made. Right? So manufacturing activities, production, change raw material into products. What's the next point? Next point is manufacturing add value to the products. What is the meaning of the sentence? Manufacturing add value to the products. What is it? Manufacturing add value to the products.
Cost.
Money.
Money.
When we discuss the first chapter, resources, each and every resource have its own values, right? A resource has value. Do you remember the point?
Yes.
A resource has value.
Value.
So here, manufacturing add value to the products, right? Cotton converted to clothes. So, it has value. Clothes. If you want to get it, we have to pay for it, right?
Yes.
Then I'll give you a simple example. Tomato ketchup. All of you like tomato ketchup, right? Do you like ketchup? How much you have to give for getting one bottle ketchup?
86.
Sorry?
Till 86.
I'm not hearing you.
For a big bottle, 86.
For a big, only 86 enough?
Ma'am.
For 86 you will get a big bottle. Not sure about it. Okay. Then for 1 kg tomato, how much you have to give for 1 kg tomato?
120.
20 rupees, 25 maximum, right? I think so. So then if you want to buy other product by using tomato, you're making ketchups are making or ketchup. So we have to pay more for getting tomato ketchup. So it adds value to the products. Clear? Manufacturing activities changes raw material to finished product, and this one add value to the product. Manufacturing change raw material into finished product. Manufacturing add value to the product. It's clear?
Yes.
Point is clear, just introductory part of the lesson. Industries come under secondary activities. Secondary activities also known as manufacturing activities. What is the meaning of manufacturing? Production of products
Production of
for
products
use or
for
sale.
sale.
Sale or use.
Manufacturing activities change raw materials into finished product
Finished.
and it add value to the products. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, let us see what is an industry. What is an industry? Two definitions I have given for industry. One is from your textbook. One is a simple definition. You can go through this. An industry refers to an economic activity. Economic activity means activity involving money or activity of providing, buying, selling. All this come under economic activity. Economic activity we can define different way. Economic activity, activity involving money we can say, or activities of providing, buying, selling of any things. Economic activity exists at all levels within a society. Activities involving money. Here, industry is an economic activity. Right? First point you have to remember, it's an economic activity. Concerned with what? It's an economic activity. Economic activity concerned with production of goods, extraction of minerals, provision of services. Production of goods we can say iron and steel industry, produce iron and steel industry. Can say examples of production of goods. Extraction of minerals, extraction of coal, petroleum. Provision of services, tourism industry. Tourism is an industry. Tourism industry is a provision of services. Come under provision of services. So here industry refers to an economic activity concerned with provision of goods. Provision of goods means, what is the meaning of production of goods? What is the meaning of production of goods? Producing goods. Examples? Examples?
Cotton.
Sorry? I couldn't hear. Example? Production of goods. Iron industry, steel industry, iron and steel industry, cotton textile industry. These are examples of production of goods, production of finished goods. Iron steel industry, cotton textile industry are examples of production of goods. Extraction of minerals. We extract natural minerals. Coal, petroleum, some minerals, right? Iron ore, extraction of minerals. Provision of services, tourism. the definition of industry. Simple word we can say economic activity concerned with or relate with production of goods, extraction of minerals, provision of services. Economic activity related with production of goods, extraction of minerals, provision of services.
Services.
It's an economic activity. It involves money, buying, selling, right? That's why industry is called an economic activity. It refers to an economic activity related with production of goods, extraction of minerals, provision of services. For production of goods, we can say example, cotton textile industry, iron industry, iron and steel industry, extraction of minerals, extracting minerals, coal, petroleum, iron ore, example, provision of services, tourism. For three words, production of goods, extraction of minerals, and the provision of services, involvement of money is it. Money involving activity. Buying, selling, buying and selling is also there, right? So it's an economic activity. Second definition, this is the important one. Second definition is very simple one. It's for smaller classes. If you want, you can learn this one also. Industry refers to a group of factories, companies or business that produce similar kinds of goods. The group of factories. Factories produce cotton fabrics. Then a group of factories produce a similar product or the same kind of goods. We call it as an industry. A group of factories produce the same goods, right? Iron steel industry. Many factories are there, they produce iron and steel. Then we refer it as an industry. We call it as an industry because a group of factories producing same goods. We use the word industry. Clear? Is it
Yes.
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is industry? Industry refers to an economic activity related with three things. What are they? Production of
Production
goods,
of goods,
extraction of minerals,
minerals,
provision of
and
services.
provision of services.
Industry refers to economic activity, money involving activity or activity of buying, selling of things related with production of goods, extraction of minerals and
Provisions of
provisions
services.
services. I hope the definition is clear to all of you. Next, we are going to focus on classification of industries. How many classification? First classification is based on raw material. We have discussed what is raw material, right? We all know what is raw material. Raw material is a basic product from which a product is made. So based on the raw material used in industry, we have different types of industries are there. First one is agro-based industry. First industry is agro-based industry. Then what is agro-based industry?
Use plants and animals.
Agro-based industry.
For
What is the raw material in agro-based industry?
plants and animals.
Plants and animal products are the main raw material in agro-based industries. Name agro-based, agriculture-based. Agro-based means plants and animal products are the main raw material in agro-based industries. For example, we can say vegetable oil, food processing, cotton textiles are examples of agro-based industries. See? Examples of agro-based industries. Products are made from plants and animal products. All these products are made from plants and animal products. Cotton, woolen, jute, silk textiles, rubber, sugar, tea, coffee, edible oil means any vegetable oil, any oil which we can use. So main raw material in these industries are plants and animal products. Dairy items, right, all come under agro-based industries. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Second type of industry is mineral-based industry. And what is mineral-based industry? Here one word is important, primary industry. Mineral-based industry is a primary industry. What is the meaning of primary industry? Mineral-based industry is also known as primary industry. It comes under primary activity. Why? Why we have the word primary industry there? Mineral-based. It is mineral-based. How do we get minerals? How do we get minerals? We extract from nature, right? Extraction come under which activity?
Primary.
Primary activity. That's why we have word primary industry here. Mineral-based industry is a primary industry that use mineral ores as raw material. Minerals extracted from the nature as a main raw material in mineral-based industry. Minerals extracted from the nature as a main, or minerals are the main raw material in mineral-based industry. Steel and iron industry, iron and steel industry. We can say example. Iron and steel industry. An example, mineral-based industry, right? And we use this iron and steel, aluminium, copper and all this use as a raw material for the manufacture of number of other products. We use this iron, steel, aluminium, copper for making other products. For vehicles, industries, buildings, construction purpose, we use all those minerals. So two way it is helping. It's extracting minerals extracted from the nature as a raw material in mineral, as a main raw material in mineral based industries. For example, we can say iron and steel industry. Right? Then iron, steel, aluminium, copper, etc. And we use this as a raw material for other products. For vehicles, road, building. We use iron, steel, copper, aluminium, etc. as a main raw material. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the timing of your class? Next classification, I'll discuss in the next class. Till this, it's clear to you, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
When you see the sentence, don't think it's very tough. It's very easy chapter. It's very simple chapter. Okay. We discussed about industry. Industry. Industries come under secondary activities.
Activities.
Secondary activity is also known as manufacturing
And
activity. Manufacturing means production of products for sale or use. Then manufacturing activities change raw material into products.
finished products.
Manufacturing add value to
the products.
Can give two examples. Then we learn definition of industry. An industry refers to an economic activity related to production of goods, extraction of minerals and provision of services. Production of goods, we can say iron, steel industry, steel and iron industry. Extraction of minerals, extract minerals like coal, petroleum, etc. Provision of goods, tourism
Tourism.
industry, right? Service industry. Then classification. First classification is based on raw material. Here we have many classification, but now today we discussed only two: agro-based industry and mineral-based industry. Agro-based industry, agriculture products or plants and animals are the main
Raw materials.
raw
Raw
material.
materials.
Mineral-based industry, what is the main raw material? Minerals are the
Minerals.
main raw material. Minerals are the raw material in mineral-based industry. Okay. From the heading, you will get answer. Agro-based industry, plants and animals or agriculture products as a raw material. Mineral-based industry, minerals are the raw material. We extract minerals from nature and we use these minerals as a raw material for other products, for creating new products. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it's time to wind up the class. Read the lesson, underline all the important things. Only 1 or 2 paragraphs I have covered today. Okay? I hope all of you understood. If you have any doubt, ask me in the next class. Okay, dear children?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.